So I'm Leslie Brissett and I work with the Tavistock Institute of Human Relations based in London. There are a number of dimensions that you could draw polarities within structural racism. And so we said we would be open to the full range of those. But the main thing was to have a conversation and to have it with each other, so that we weren't speaking to the audience, we weren't giving lectures. It was a genuine conversation. And so when you're having a conversation, there's a rhythm to it. It takes time. People are speaking to each other. And when you're speaking to somebody, hopefully, they're also listening. And so you get a different quality of exchange. And that's what we tried to do. One of the questions that came out to the audience about being a homeowner in Philadelphia, and they were coming from a perspective of exclusion from the others, and I took that to be a request to understand some of the dynamics of structural racism, because that person who spoke appeared as a white man, and so he was saying that he didn't feel the dynamics of structural racism in his home purchasing. And so I wanted to offer a different view, which is of somebody who appears as a black man who did feel the dynamics of structural racism in his purchase of his home. So it wasn't designed to create a gasp or anything. I was just telling the reality of the story, that there are different ways that structural racism manifests itself and has a target. And sometimes if you're not the target, then you might not feel it. Structural racism, complex, historically loaded, deep and enduring, and goes back generations. It's almost imperceptible. We're all living in the same soup, and that there's no way out necessarily, because the nature of the structural embedding of these systems of oppression are requiring a whole other level of consciousness. And what I was hoping people would get is some curiosity about what is that level of consciousness that can take us to another level in thinking about structural racism. So my fundamental question to any of us is, what are you if you are not your body?